It has been said that when an empire falls, it will briefly rise again before permanently being extinguished. I have viewed Trump as a part of that brief resurgence. And in fact, when Obama was elected, I was very conscientious of someone like Trump. He came a little earlier than I expected, but this white lash definitely was expected. I look at Trump and what he's doing, the GOP and the conservatives, and just the whole game as a test of our resolve. A lot of what we have to do in the black community and beyond America is to respond quickly, decisively, with purpose and consistency all throughout our social and economic and just how we live our life. And that's a lot. We have to go to work every day, pay our bills, feed our children, and so forth. But from time to time, we have to be aware of these larger issues that are coordinated, that are designed, that are meant to keep us servile. And we have to, I think, get used to the fact that this is our country. That, I mean, you can call a 911 on a racist white person. Why wait for them to call 911 on you for defending yourself? You can feel threatened. You can feel threatened. You can play the game. It doesn't mean you'll always win. And of course, some of those games probably don't even work in certain parts of the country. But that's just one example. There's a lot of untapped potential that we need to be more involved in and aware of, and I certainly am one of those people that needs to learn more. But we have to find a way to keep the process going. Although, for instance, Kamala Harris, I've listened to Professor Black Truth talk about her, and he's right. But here's something else, is that our influence in the political arena is proportional to our involvement, to our intense involvement. And although we want to go home and we don't want to be bothered, sometimes we have to be. Obama had said that even if he's elected, if we are not politically engaged, then he will not be able to be the effective leader that we hoped for. And he was right. Except for Black Lives Matter and a couple other little movements, we weren't politically engaged. We didn't take a decisive start to finish approach with making sure that our needs were met politically. And I'll tell you one thing I've learned is that white conservatives, especially that racist faction, they call their senators, they influence, they lobby, they get involved, they get into those polling stations, they work as poll workers, they work as poll supervisors, they get in those little positions of influence. And we don't. At least we don't enough. And so our civic involvement, it won't solve everything, but it will definitely bring us one step closer. And it's worth the effort.